10 years back, if you had asked me to do this, deliver a speech in front of this crowd, or any other crowd for that matter, I would have said a straight no. Back then, the whole idea of standing in front of a crowd sent shivers down my spine. Things have changed. Things have changed for good. A feet that used to tremble is less trembling now. Hands that didn't know where to be have found a place. What instigated this change? The simple answer is, I stepped out of my comfort zone. Thanks to my friend Shazin in college, he introduced me to UniY or University YMCA, a public forum. That is where I did my first public speaking. I clearly remember that day. Shivering hands, shivering legs, I should say shivering body. Since then, it has been a journey of many learnings. The biggest being that life starts at the edge of your comfort zone. Back then, until that first attempt, I was bogged down by fear. But today, I'm assuaged and happy that I've overcome that. However, there are many other aspects in my life where I'm still slouching in my comfort zone. I know many of you too do that. We are aware that success and satisfaction is outside the comfort zone. But for some weird reason, we are content with the rustiness and the repugnancy in our comfort zone. Why is it so hard for us to get out of it? How do I start saying, I'll do it now? 3 things. 1. Getting rid of fear. I recently read about a lady who did a bungee jump off the Macau Tower. It's one of the tallest in the world. The rope was tied to her feet and she was standing at the edge. She looked down. She could see roads, cars and buildings. She realized how high she is. Her heart started thumping. Fear engulfed her. She decides to walk back. She turns around and starts walking. As she walked, she saw a quote written on the glass window. Life starts at the edge of your comfort zone. It struck a chord with her. She turned around and took the plunge. She says, in the next 5 seconds of free fall, the thought that came to her mind is, it's not as scary as it looks like. Yes, friends, it's not as scary as it looks like. It's never as scary as it looks like. You speaking in front of a crowd, it's not as scary as it looks like. You break the ice and the fear melts away. You exercising every morning, it's not as difficult as you think it is. A pinch of determination and you find a new rhythm in your life. Let fear not peg you down. If you have to conquer fear, do not sit down and think about it. Instead, go out and face it. 2. Getting rid of things that are holding us back. A man in grey suit looks at you with a smile and tells you, if you make it from this end of the lake to that end in an hour, I'll give you enough money to retire. You look at the lake and the clunky boat over there. You tell yourself, yes, I can do this. This is a small lake. You get onto the boat, you grip the paddles and you start paddling. As you paddle, the boat lurches forward. You're breathing heavily and smiling. No more appraisals, no more early wake-up calls, all fun and free time. You cross 20% of the lake and you have your heart in your mouth. There's a thin layer of water in your boat. The boat is leaking. You try to paddle harder, but the water is still seeping through. You look at the horizon, you look at the shore. You can reach there, but you're trying to do it. You're trying to muscle through. But the water level has increased in your boat. The boat is designed not to sink, but the boat has slowed down substantially. You try to paddle, but with each paddle, the boat is moving not even an inch. You realize it's over. You look hopelessly at the shore. But wait! He never told me to use the boat. You decide to swim. You strip off your clothes to reduce the drag, and you jump onto the lake. You start swimming. You swim like you have never swam before. Your lungs are burning. Water is rushing through your ears and nose. Retirement is in sight. Time is tight. You're swimming as fast as you can. You start seeing the sand beneath. You dig your foot onto the sand and start jump walking. You reach the shore. The man in grey suit smiles. Well done, my boy. Retirement is yours. For us, that boat could be anything. It can be a job. It can be a relationship, a company, a habit. When it's time to move on, you have to move on. Maybe the boat itself is designed to fail. You need to know when to jump off it. Not too early, not too late. If it's time to talk to your manager, make it happen. Tell him or her what is going on and what do you want. If your relationship isn't working, sit down, be honest and do the hard talk. Try to fix it. If your company or habit is holding you back, cut it off. If the boat is holding you back, get ready to swim. Number 3, handling failure. Have you heard about pets.com, cosmo.com, Ask Willie? Anybody? How about Amazon Test Drive, Amazon Web Pay, Amazon Destinations? Still no? Yes, these are businesses by Amazon. These are businesses that cost billions of dollars in loss to Amazon and Jeff Bezos personally. We don't remember Jeff Bezos for that. Instead, we remember and laud him for Amazon.com, Amazon AWS, Kindle, among many other things. Why? Because success stories are built on top of many failures. Those are stories of stubborn relentlessness. You remember learning to walk? Every time you tried walking, you fell down. Your parents never asked you to stop trying because failure is not fatal. It's the courage to get up and continue that counts. It's the open mind to learn that takes you forward. You standing in front of a big crowd without the slightest tinge of stress on your face. You start speaking and the audience is glued into it. You are a Beethoven of words. That doesn't happen in a day or two. It's built on top of many failures, cemented with determination and a courage to learn. Next time you find yourself slouching in the comfort zone, get up, pick up yourself and start walking. If you fall down, it's fine. You can have failures in life, you can have losses in your life, because many times it's beyond your control. But you shouldn't have regrets in your life. You only have yourself to blame for it. Pick up yourself, come to the edge. Who knows? You may fly. Thank you. Over to you.